Hey YouTube, and thank you for watching Junkworks DIY Garage. Well, I just got done opening this box right here. It came inside that box. Everything shipped pretty well. It was damaged on the corner here, so hopefully everything inside is working well. But I unpacked that, and inside that box was all this stuff here. I'm doing this by hand. I don't have my tripod right now, so have to hopefully deal with some of the shakiness. Hopefully I can keep it from doing that too much. But regardless, it actually came with a spare brush, I think a spare filter, a cord, the Roomba, and a charging station. And I'm hoping inside the charging station, which there are two bags here. One bag and a spare bag. That's kind of nice. We actually bought the one that was below this. It's like I3 or something like that. This is the J7. I7 or J? Yeah, J7. But regardless, we got the I3 one here, and it's got one tall tower. It came with an extra filter, or at least a filter, and an extra bag, but it didn't have one of these. But all in all, the rest of it looks about the same. But the reason why we sent that one back and got this one was because this one actually like avoids cords, and you can use the computer in it to do more stuff. I am no expert when it comes to this kind of stuff, but we decided for our house that it would be more wise, because things get left on the floor. We got a new puppy, and we're getting another new puppy, and this is supposed to avoid those kind of accidents and things like that. It's supposed to just be a lot more upgraded for that stuff. So we went ahead, and after actually ordering the other one and getting it here and doing some research on it, we decided to send it back and get this one. Now, it was on sale, so we really didn't spend a ton more on it, but usually this is like in the $1,000 or so. We didn't spend near that much. If I can get my wife to tell me what it was, I will put that price below. And anyhow, it's pretty easy. It came in the box pretty well all put together, including the this in here, which you lift up on this, and it's kind of a neat idea. I don't know as it works real well, but once you lift up on it, it's supposed to close it off. I'm sure if I did it with two hands it would work better, but anyway, so it's kind of a neat system that that should keep this from making dust all over when you go to change it. I kind of like that idea. Anyhow, and then the spare one we got here. We'll close that and pretty much set this thing up. And yet again, I do not have the tripod, so I'm not going to be showing that. You pretty much, well, you exactly take that, plug it into the back of that, and put it wherever you want it. And as well, beyond that, you do need to have it in a good Wi-Fi area, which the room I'm putting it in is where our Wi-Fi is, so that should be hunky-dory as well. I got you propped up on some stuff here, and I'm going to try and kind of show you best I can. On the front here has like kind of a bumper bar on the back. This towards the right side. There's a button right here, because I was looking to see for the filter, which I got you propped up on right now, if I needed to put a filter in, and that opens up so that you have your case that the dust goes into, and it empties out of the bottom down here into your thing, as well as if you need to empty this out or it gets clogged, you can open this up, and then this has a little button right here you push to throw stuff away. But on the other side of that as well is a filter right there. So, and it definitely says no water. So anyhow, well, that says water, this says no water. So if it's going to be picking up water, you're not supposed to use a filter, but how are you supposed to know what it's picking up? Hopefully there's nothing watery that gets under here. But
you got to look underneath here, and there's two metal things that correspond with two metal things there that I'm not going to touch. I'm assuming they're okay to touch, but I'm not going to test it. Anyhow, and then somehow those, I believe, just go up in there. Okay, it lit up, and once it's supposed to make a noise, then you can start doing all the chop puppy. Then when it starts making the noise, you have to program it with your phone and stuff like that. So I'm going to leave that there and let it do its thing. Right. So you can see that light flashing there. It was going around in circles when I first plugged it in. I don't know if you could tell that from where I had you. But then I went ahead and put everything kind of together. I started cleaning up stuff, the boxes and things. And then it did actually do so the did music. But anyway, and then now it's flashing like that. So I believe, well, now it's not flashing. So I don't know what that means either. I just did the quick start guide, to be honest, and it gets you this far and tells you what you need to do in your phone. So I'm going to leave it, and hopefully I didn't do anything wrong and everything seems to be working right. It made noises like it said it was supposed to make, but it did take 2 or 3 minutes probably before it actually made the noise. So just so you all know. So it's been about a week later, and it worked really good. It took us a while to get it to map the house, so to speak, and part of that, I think we started out with our house too dark. It does say you need to have lights on at first anyway, and then it mapped the house, and the last couple days it keeps getting lost, and I don't know if yet again we need to put some lights on. Maybe it's just too dark in our house. I tend to keep it fairly dark and don't like to turn lights on, but I don't know if that's a problem, so we're going to have to check that out. So, right now, as of now, it's working. I'm impressed by how well it actually cleans and sweeps things up. My dog does like sticks, and we have found that any sticks that are more than about an inch or two get jammed in there and makes it make loud noises for the most part, and a couple times it has actually jammed it up to where it stopped and said, hey, help me. But now we're just having the problem with it just seems to be getting lost and not knowing how to get back and dock itself. So still got some bugs to work out. We'll see if this one has a problem, or hopefully we'll get it figured out, remap the house. I would say if you're having mapping problems, just clear everything out and have it just do a mapping process. That's the other thing. I'm really not showing you how to do all that kind of stuff because my wife does it, and she said it's really easy. If you read the instructions and do what it says on the quick start list and go to where it says, she went to I don't know. I'll try, and if I ask her and remember to, I will put it down below where she put it, where she went. But she says it's real easy. Just follow the instructions of what they say to do and do it. But the mapping process, definitely just do a mapping. We tried a couple times to have it map and sweep at the same time, and it did a pretty good job, but it didn't do a very good job of actually mapping our house. Then we did the just mapping, where it just goes around and maps it, and it seems to be working. It worked really well to do that, but now for some reason it's getting lost. So stay tuned. This is just part of the growing pains, I think, of one of these. But all in all, as far as the actual cleaning part of it, man, it really, we got it going every day, and it just keeps it really nice in here. We have two dogs and a cat right now, and it works really well for that. I have had to turn it upside down and kind of clean some hairs and things out of it just every now and then, but that's just part of a vacuum. So anyhow, stay tuned. Well, YouTube, as you can see, there is a box here, so we're gonna go for our third vacuum. The first one just didn't have the features we wanted. Second one worked great for a little while, and then it just kept getting lost. And then after a while, like in the middle of the night, it would just come out and sit out here and then go back in. And then it started just getting lost and not doing the whole house, and it just couldn't, for some reason, just couldn't remember the map. So we sent that one back. They sent us another one here, and we're going to try out, hopefully third time is the charm with these vacuums. And I will say one other thing. It cleaned amazingly. It did a great job when it was working. It did get clogged up every now and then. I will say our dogs tend to chew up sticks like this, unfortunately, right now. And speaking of dogs, that's that making noise, telling me it's kind of ready to go, I think. But speaking of puppies, there's the new one right there. So you can have some puppy time in this video. That is Tuck. He's a cutie pie. And he is the same blue heeler like our female Allie, who is out here on the porch if you want some more puppy time. Hi, Allie. She's a barker, so we just got a new citronella collar, so none of you complain that I put a shock collar on her. It just puffs a little air of citronella, and it's actually working right now, so she's gonna fall asleep on us. Well, it's been 2, maybe 3 weeks since we got this thing. It did get lost a couple times and at first, but it seems to be leveling out and doing a pretty darn good job. I'll say that right now. Both of them have done an excellent job of vacuuming. It's the finding its way around that I have found. This one's not as bad as the other one so far anyway, but they get lost every now and then, we'll put it that way. And I do believe that some of that is my fault because our house is pretty dark. I will say turn your lights on while it's doing the job. It definitely does a better job when you turn your lights on. The second thing is that if you should first map your house out without doing the vacuuming part. And that, I think, has started this one out better. As well as we mapped the house out and picked everything up. Well, if you don't pick everything up and you leave things in certain places, like we have dog beds that we leave because it doesn't matter if they get every single day done. So I want it to go around those half the time. Every now and then it'll bump into those, it'll get lost and want to go a different direction, and then finally it'll if it can find its way back, it'll go back home. But so far this one has got lost so bad once that it just shut down and said I'm done. Anyway, But for the most part, I will say we have been very happy with this. It does a very good job. The pet hair is amazing how good it sucks up pet hair, and this one also has not gotten jammed up quite as much as the last one, but yet again, we've been very diligent about making sure all the sticks get cleaned up that we find, and trying to do a little better job of that. So that's probably more us being more diligent about what we need to do for this to work than the other one getting plugged up more often. So in the end, we're very happy with it. It does a good job. I do think they could work on their I don't know exactly what it's called, but their mapping, I think they could maybe do a better job of that one. But then I think there is some other ones that are above this one that maybe do a better job. We'll see. For right now, we're very happy with it. I'm going to call this a video because it's already gone on long enough. So all in all, I'd give it a 2 thumbs up, and give me a couple thumbs up as well. Well, just one, because if you do 2, then it negates it. So give me a thumbs up as well. Thanks for watching Junkworks DIY Garage, where I'm proud to say I'm a jack of all and master of none. You all have a good one.